Episode 1 of the Parcel Drop. What is the Parcel Drop? Obviously, it's where I walk and drop off my parcels, but I wanted to start doing a new walk and talk video for you guys, and this is all going to be about what is on my mind. So it's going to be some reselling stuff, some non-reselling stuff, some business stuff, some non-business stuff, you get the idea. But yeah, I don't know where to start today. And that's the thing, it's all unscripted. So I guess what I'll start with is, where have I been? Because I've done the live video about coming back to YouTube, and a lot of people, got to be careful crossing roads with this, a lot of people obviously did not see the live video. So I released a car boot sale video, I released a video yesterday, and the people were like, yeah, good to see you back on YouTube. Some people were like, I thought you were stopping YouTube, and you know, all the normal stuff. But yeah, I guess really to update some of you guys who do not know. So life's been a bit rough at the moment, I don't mind saying. Went away for Luke's stag do, and I don't know if I'm comfortable speaking. I'm going to speak about it because I've already spoke about it on the podcast, but went away on Luke's stag do, and on the Saturday night, the day before we flew back, Leanne, my wife, called me in floods of tears and told me she was pregnant. And we've been trying to conceive for a good 3 years or so now, maybe even a little bit longer. Found it really tough. And got to start because of the noise. Hopefully you guys can hear me. She told me she was pregnant, floods of tears, but she was also bleeding as well, which never a good sign. So anyway, found it out Saturday night. She didn't want to tell me when I was away, but obviously with the bleeding and stuff, she was worried, so I'm glad she did. Flew back on Sunday morning, got home. Sunday was okay. Monday we decided to go into A&E, which for the people who do not know, accident and emergency in the UK. Shout out to the NHS, because I know other countries don't have it as good as we do. And we went and done another test there, showed pregnant. So at this point, we're probably at 2 different stages, myself and Leanne. I've got to cross this way because the rubbish truck's coming. Let me just get past this part. Right, I'm back. Went to the hospital, showed pregnant, and at this stage, I think Leanne and I were very much in 2 different places, with it being Leanne's body. I was at the stage of excitement, of joy, of yes, like finally it's going to happen for us, because it's really something we both want. And Leanne couldn't, I think, 100% find that joy, which I've spoke to her about this. I found that difficult, because when you're at 2 different places, I'm trying to be supportive for Leanne and her feelings, but I'm also like, where's the excitement? Like, anyway, day after, so let me go back a little bit. Obviously told us we are pregnant, or the test says we're pregnant. And then they said, because of the bleeding, want to go back the day after just to make sure. Okay, great, let's go and find out for sure. Went to the day after, and subsequently we were told we had a miscarriage. And shit, it was rough, man. Like, oh shit, I don't think I'll get like. So they tell you, you know, it's more common than expected. It's 1 in 4, but I don't know. I just feel like, and we described it as someone had dangled a carrot and then ripped it away. So yeah, and strangely enough, the whole pregnancy thing was part of the reason why I did decide to come back. Because I kind of said to myself, like, life is too short to waste opportunities, and I know if things had gone well, we was expecting a baby and a baby was on the way, I would have to work harder. Have to work harder in the business, have to work harder on myself, self-development, have to work harder on YouTube, because look, at the end of the day, YouTube is a form of income. It is part of the business. So yeah, part of the reason was that, not to waste opportunities, and that's what I would say to anyone, not to waste them opportunities. But we're remaining positive. We're trying to remain positive. We believe that it wasn't the right time this time, but next time will be the right time. We believe that. We wholeheartedly believe that. Oh, right, stop the crying. What I will say is there's been so many supportive people, friends, family, people within the reselling space as well. Just like amazing support. You know who you are. I'm not going to name each person, but you know what I think. You know who you are. And yeah. Other news, they say it comes in threes. The van has broke down. The van has died, in fact. So, having issues with the van, took it in for its MOT, failed its MOT. The timing belt has actually gone on the van as well. They were saying to me it's a minimum of £2,000 fix. Think they've damaged the, well, no, they think it's damaged the engine, not them. So they reckon it could be a lot more than that. So, I retired the van. The van's gone, rest in peace to the van. And I got a car, or I'm getting a car. So I'm gonna cross over the motorway bridge now, and then I'm gonna tell you about the car. As you can see, possible to speak over that noise, but yeah, so decided to go down the car route. I say I've got a car, it's on its way. Spoke to a couple of people and I was going to buy a car outright with my savings, but I've actually decided to go down the lease route and to actually lease a car. So yeah, finally I've actually got a nice vehicle to drive, which is the first time in my life, I would say, I've actually got like some form of luxury, okay? So we're talking, it sounds stupid, yeah, even aircon for me is a luxury. Apple Carplay, reversing cameras, mirrors that go in like crazy. I can't believe this technology exists. But so that's been kind of another shit thing to happen, because it's a expense now, a monthly expense for me that I'm gonna have to find on top of all the other bills. But we can make it work, and I'm confident I can make it work. Other things that I've gone on, joined a new gym. So I've spoke about the fitness journey many times, and I feel like I've never actually been 100% like committed to it. I go for a couple of weeks and do it, and then I don't. But this time feels different, and this time I'm really focused. My mate Simon, Gentleman Marketer, is on a fitness journey as well, and we're kind of inspiring and supporting each other on that as well. So go and check out his latest video because it's really inspiring. So yeah, just want to stop getting out of breath and walking. But going into the gym and business. Let's talk a little bit about eBay, we better. Last night on the UK call, and I might do these on a Friday, maybe, who knows, after the UK call, because I always come away from that call feeling so inspired by listening to other people and how they do it and how I don't do it. So I'm a terrible eBay seller, I don't mind saying, compared to some of these other people. And it's not about how many they're listing, it's not about how much money they're even making, it's their attitude to the job itself. And last night we finished talking about being emotional within the business. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? And I feel it's a mixed thing, because for me, if I have a bad day on eBay, yeah, it could affect my next few days. I get a bit down, I get a bit deflated, I still try and do the work, my heart's not in it, I feel a bit flat. Well, other people last night were saying even when they have their best day on eBay, they just wake up and do what they do every day. And there's a real mix, because some people feel you shouldn't be emotional at all in your business, you shouldn't have any emotion towards the products. But some people are like, emotion's not always negative. Like, what about the good emotions? So yeah, my thoughts on it are, I need to work harder, yeah. I need to try more. I need to be more positive about things, even when things aren't going so great. I need to stop having my glass half full, when it used to be the opposite. I used to always feel like, you know what, it'll be all right, it'll work itself out, we'll fix it. So yeah, just trying to change the attitude a bit. And as for the parcels, because obviously this is the parcel drop, we have 7 going out this morning, 1 for Vinted, so not bad, but not great. And I looked at the store the other day and I looked at it, and I looked at how many items are fancy dress items, so not just Halloween but the other fancy dress items I've got, and how many items are not fancy dress. And honestly, right now I haven't got enough items that aren't fancy dress in my store. That's the truth. So how can I fix it? Relationship building, I'm trying that a bit more. Had good success with a charity shop manager. Hopefully be able to get in with some more charity shop managers. That's been a good tip. And just the positivity, I think, goes a long way. Hearing the likes of Arwin, who went and saw tech in America and came back a different beast. And everything Arwin does and wants to do isn't necessarily what I want to do and what, you know, I do, but I feel there's stuff I can take from the likes of him. But on the flip side, the likes of someone like Benji, who is very much like, I do it because I want to enjoy it. He works hard, he has great success, but he doesn't want it to take over his life. So I think there's a balance. And I think, on that note, that's episode 1 complete of the Parcel Drop, because we have arrived.